The Chevy Blazer EV is going to be the next fully electric vehicle coming from GM. It will be built on GM's new modular platform using their Ultify software platform along with the Ultium batteries. We don't have complete specs yet, but I'm going to give you the information that we do have and break down standard features, some options, and what we can expect from each trim. The Blazer EV is going to be competing with the new and established EVs such as the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, Volkswagen ID4, Tesla Model Y, and the soon-to-start deliveries Fisker Ocean. So we're going to start with the standard features that are going to be on all trim levels. Most of these are safety features, but there are a few things on here that are kind of important that everybody would want to know. So we're going to start off with automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, front collision alert, following distance indicator. So that is something new that I haven't seen before. It's something GM apparently has been doing, but it actually shows your distance from the car in front of you and how much time you have to react if they slam on their brakes or stop. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of like the adaptive cruise button, but that just keeps you spaced out from the car in front of you, where this is actually telling you how much time you have to brake and stop. IntelliBeam auto high beams, 11-inch driver's display, and a 17.7-inch infotainment screen. That's pretty cool. That's a big screen, and it's not an up and down vertical screen. It's actually a horizontal screen that's built into the dash. So that's pretty awesome. You get optimal regen on demand system. So there are levels of regen that you can use, and you can pull. You have a lever just like in the Chevy Bolt that you can adjust and use that regen as you need it. There's also one pedal driving. You get up to 190 kilowatt charging, and the kicker, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So let's take a look at some of the paint colors that are going to be available. So to start off with, we have Summit White, Iridescent Pearl Tri-Coat, Sterling Gray Metallic, Radiant Red Metallic, Red Hot, Galaxy Gray Metallic, and Riptide Blue Metallic. The Iridescent Pearl Tri-Coat is probably going to be the one that we choose. My wife loves that pearly color. We had it on a 2014 Mazda 6 and she loved it, so that's probably the route that we're going to go. And that Riptide Blue Metallic looks like the same one that they use on the Corvette C8. So that might be pretty cool. Okay, so now for some available options. Some of these will be standard on some of the higher up trims. We don't know exactly which ones yet, but when I go over the trims, I will let you know which ones that I do know are added on. Available options will be a heads-up display, park assist, 360-degree surround cameras, wireless phone charging, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise, and super cruise. Some of those are probably going to be in a package together, I would assume, but there are a few of these that we do know are standard on the SS trim. First time watching, go down and click subscribe because there's a lot of content on this channel and I know you're going to love it. If you like this video, make sure you click like. So let's break down these trims. We don't have a whole lot of information, but I'm going to go through what we do have, and I will have a picture of the vehicle on the screen so that you know what it looks like and the differences between each trim level. So some people, appearance makes a big difference. So the first one's going to be this 1LT. It will have front wheel drive. It will be 300 horsepower. It's going to have its smallest battery, and you'll get up to 247 miles with 19-inch wheels, and it's going to be starting out at around $45,000, and it will be available in the spring of 2024. The next one we've got is the 2LT. It will be front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, It will be 300 plus horsepower. We're not certain how much horsepower we'll get with the all-wheel drive because the SS has a larger battery providing more power to those motors. So the horsepower, I'm going to guess, is somewhere in the between the 4 and 500 range, probably around 430 to 450 range would be my guess. It's going to have the mid-size battery, and it's going to get up to 293 miles. Of course, that's going to be on front-wheel drive. And then you got 19-inch wheels. You will have Super Cruise available at that trim. It'd be an additional cost, but it is available at that trim. And starting at $47,500, and it will be available summer of 2023. So that's going to be coming up pretty quick. So the next one we've got is the RS. And it's going to be front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive. And it's going to be 300 plus horsepower. And it's going to have a large battery. So the horsepower on it could be pushing close to 500 horsepower. It's not going to be the same horsepower as what you're going to get in the all-wheel drive of the SS. But if you want all-wheel drive, I would say you could probably get up to close to 500, maybe around 475. You get up to 320 miles, and that 320 miles is actually going to be on, I believe, the rear-wheel drive. You also get 21-inch wheels, and Super Cruise is also available on that trim, starting at $52,000. And it is going to be available summer of 2023 also. So those two trims are coming out fairly quickly. So that might be something that you should consider. The next one is the most powerful one of the bunch. It is the coolest one of the bunch, and it is probably the one that I am going to order for us. It is the SS, and that is going to be all-wheel drive. It's going to be 557 horsepower, 648 foot-pounds of torque. It's going to have a large battery and get up to 290 miles of range. You get 22-inch wheels with, coming standard on the SS, heads-up display, panoramic roof, and Super Cruise. You get all of that starting out at $66,000. And that's going to be available in the fall of 2023. Now I am going to talk a little bit about the GM platform. So a lot of people hear the Ultium Batteries and this Ultify and Ultium Platform and stuff like that. So I want to give you guys a little bit of insight and knowledge about what this is, because I didn't know what it was. I hear people talk about it, and I was like, hey, maybe other people want to know. So if you want to know, here's your information. So GM's modular platform and the Ultium batteries will be the staple for the new GM EVs, including the Silverado, the Sierra, and the Equinox. It can provide 300 plus miles of range with 0 to 60 times as low as 3 seconds, battery sizes from 50 to 200 kilowatt hours, multiple drivetrains, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, and all wheel drive. You get digital programming. So as new chemistry and software is developed and available, it can be easily updated to the system for better performance and efficiency. So now for the Ultify software platform. Ultify separates the hardware from the software to be able to offer frequent updates, apps, and services over the air. So kind of like your cell phone. You can expect regular updates and be able to choose upgrades to add or personalized options. Some upgrades will even be transferable to other Ultify platform vehicles. That, I think, is one of the most important things, to know that if I pay extra for something and I trade my car in for another car, so say you got a Blazer and you decide you want to get the Equinox, some of those things that you paid extra for will be able to be transferred over to the Equinox from the Blazer. And so that, I think, that is awesome, especially if maybe you're gone 3 years and you're trading in for a new EV with newer tech or something like that. You can transfer some of that stuff that you have purchased over the years and transfer that into your new vehicle. I think that's an awesome thing. I think GM's got that right. I think it's great. I think this Blazer is going to be a very, very good car. I think it's going to hit the world by storm. I think it's going to be one of the top crossover SUVs out on the market, and it's going to be hard pressed for someone to outdo them. So what do you guys think about this Chevy Blazer EV? Let me know down in the comments whether you have an order for one, if you've got a reservation for one, what your plans are, what trim level you're looking at. I will start doing some comparisons of the Blazer EV as soon as we have some more information about size and cargo areas and stuff like that, which we should have soon. So make sure you watch out for those comparisons, and make sure that you turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for being here. I will see you later.